So, Killer Instinct Season 3 was announced, and to say I was hyped would be the understatement of the year. I'm a huge Killer Instinct fan. In fact, I used to bunk off college to go and play it down the arcades, Killer Instinct 1 and 2. I think Killer Instinct, the new version, could be my favourite fighting game ever made, and there's several reasons for that. One is that, while it doesn't have the strict execution as with other fighting games, although you can do them with manual combos, they're not essential. Although if you want to get higher level play, obviously you have to do that, but just for everyday play or online, you don't need it. Secondly, is you always have options available to you. None of this getting hit and waiting until the massive combo's over and all your health bars go on like in old Marvel vs. Capcom 3. You can break combos and you often get multiple opportunities to do that. Thirdly, you have to vary things up as well. So while a lot of games have like bread and butter combos, if you keep doing the same thing over and over again in Killer Instinct, you will get beaten. And finally, the mind games, they're absolutely insane. You look for patterns in your opponent's combos to break, but then you learn how they break you and you set up traps for them as well, like using Sable's Rabid doubles to force them to break you, so you do a counter breaker. It's pretty awesome. So while I was a huge fan of Season 1 and 2, it still didn't feel like complete. The roster is a lot healthier and there's a lot more modes, but I just think it needed more modes, more unlockables, etc. And while I think Iron Galaxy did a great job, I think changing the developers probably didn't help the game. I think they were under really strict deadlines to get stuff done, but with the finished season and all the updates, it's now a lot better than it was. I know there was an issue where Season 2 characters just felt differently. I couldn't quite put my finger on it, but then they explained it for me something to do with the timing of the combos, so they fixed that. But with the Season 3 announcement, they showed the character Rash, who played the beta and was great fun. But if you look at the trailer of that, he's a lot more completed version in that trailer than he is in the beta, so that's pretty cool. But the things I'm gonna say is just like stuff I'd like to see, but not gonna mention anything about new characters or stages. As characters I want are either in the game or I know they're coming, like Kimura and Tusk, and most of the things I'm going to request are kind of like pretty small things, apart from perhaps the first one, which I'll mention now. Firstly, I like tutorials for each of the characters. I know there's quite an epic tutorial, but that really tailor-made for Jaegers. Having tutorials for other characters would be pretty cool. I would like some tweaks done to older stages as well, perhaps improve the interactions, make them more interactable. And I can imagine stage ultras on Season 1 stages. I mean, Orchid stage getting shot by a helicopter, or Chief Thunder stage when you do a stage ultra, perhaps you get sucked up into the Twister. I like to see improvements to the ultra combos as well. They sound fine, but I just think they could look a bit better, just better hit sparks, or over the top I should say, just look a lot more epic. This one's really small, but this is something I feel like it would help it a bit. Just the hit counter. It's just a minor thing, but I just find the hit counter looks very plain when you have all these massive like ultras and killers and words. I just think it might be a cool idea. So as the hit counter goes up, the font gets more and more over the top. This one, I don't think it's not really feasible to do all the characters, but a hidden ender. Like in Killer Instinct 2, if you did 4 enders, it unlocks a 5th hidden ender, which will do the extra hit, get you 5 hits. Now, no, that's not really going to be possible with the existing characters, but perhaps for a new character, if they could add a specific 5th hidden ender. I'd like to see more unlockables as well. Of course, you've got more. I'd like to see more costumes and colours and that kind of thing, but I'd like to see other type of unlockables as well, like more art and videos about making the game. I'd like to see making the shadow counter a bit more useful as well. I discussed this on the forum, on the official forums, and I'm not really sure how exactly. I did say something like perhaps it gives you like an instant level 4 ender, but then I realised that was a bit overpowered. But perhaps make it so that the shadow counter, instead of you have to be relying on the very hit, perhaps make it 2 hits, so if you block and it hits you twice, it doesn't neutralise, you can counter straight away. I'd like to see it upload replay straight to YouTube rather than upload Studio, just make things a lot more simple. And of course I'd like to see more multiplayer options as well, perhaps just finding players by ping and location. But yeah, they're all the things that come to my mind anyway. So I mean, characters and stages, new stages, don't know what's coming up there. Game modes, I've got no idea what's coming up. Obviously they're going to finish off the shadow mode, but yeah, that's what I like to see.